You guys have no idea how sketchy this is. And today what I'm going to do is give you an update about all the stuff that's been happening. And there has been a bit of stuff that's been happening. I've tried very, very hard to get everything to work together and come together really, really cleanly. New PCs, new hardware, a bunch of stuff on the go. And of course, Star Citizen like 3.14 is launching soon. So I want to get that together and then start recording that. But because I haven't played in a while, I'm not really a subject matter expert, so I can't really tell you stuff about the game because I don't know anything about the game except for what I watch from other people, and that's unacceptable. So I'm back home from Kuwait. That's really good. I've been home for almost a week now. Reorg and consolidate. So literally taking apart everything, putting it back to the way it should be, and getting ready for the return, like normal production. And for Star Citizen, there's a new PC, so we're going to go over here. Hopefully this is stabilized. This is my first time trying this camera out for what it is. So for those of you that have never seen the studio before, I don't know who you might be, but this is a new PC. This PC, it's on like clown puke setting right now, but this is actually normally just blue. So that's AMD 5950X, 64 gigs of RAM. I found out I really do need that for the workflow. 3080 Ti, a bunch of SSDs, like a 1 terabyte PCI Express 4, a 2 terabyte, and another 2 terabyte. The second 2 terabyte is just to dump stuff to, like just empty cards and stuff, and I'll explain that pretty soon. So this is actually a 3D printer room. And then if we go in here, this is the actual studio. More on that later as well. There's a second PC. That PC has been built. Again, all this takes time, and I have actually documented a lot of it. So I'll be able to do 2 build logs. This is the VR PC. That there is 5600X, 3070, 16 gigs of RAM, and an Intel 900P, so a 480 gig SSD, and that's attached to Monster Tech Sim Rig with Fanatec. It's all good. So with that, there's VR and there's DCS, Virpil, and Monster Tech. All of that is super interesting and super important. Plan to make YouTube content. I'm trying to make the jump to 8K. We'll see. Right now, I've already taken some 8K video footage for B-roll and stuff like that to try to manipulate it. It's pretty chunky, so we'll see if that actually works. So with that, there's a new camera which replaces my phone. I had a camera, a really good DSLR back in the day. It was a 70D. Well, okay, it was not that good, but it was good. And it was my primary focus. I was taking pictures, portraits, all that other stuff. I was happy as a photographer. Then the iPhone started to get better, and I started to use a gimbaled iPhone for 4K, an iPad for 4K B-roll, and it's very clean and very good, but it doesn't give you pictures. Well, it gives you pictures, it doesn't give you portraits. And so I upgraded. So there's a new Canon R5. Those of you that don't know what it is, doesn't matter. It's a very nice camera, it's very good. And those of you that do know what it is, you understand it's like 8K, very, very good 4K, 45 megapixel. Very good sensor. I have a pack of lenses that go with that. That might also be another video. I picked up a DJI drone, a Mini 2, just to do more stuff with the channel. I'm not going anywhere outside of Star Citizen really, but it's just more toys. It's something else to test out and see. Plus, I'm going to try to get a license for that. So with DJI, you don't need to have a license because it's like tiny, but anyways, I'm going to go through the process of getting a license. And another thing I'm going to be working on in the near future is this guy here, the 3D printer. Very, very good, but it's had so much miles put on it that it needs a new extruder motor, so that's going to be another thing that is visible on the video. Sorry for the kind of scatterbrain nature of today's content, but there's a lot of things going on. There are a lot of things going on, and I'm trying to get everything squared away so that when Star Citizen does something really interesting, I'll be ready for it. So last thing I'm going to talk about, well, two last things. With the studio, I have the ability to have very, very quiet audio, or a very, very quiet room. So I picked up a new microphone, I want to say KSM 44 Alpha. It's very large diaphragm, very, very resolute and extremely quiet sound floor. So that's a really good microphone. I want to test that out and see what's going on with that. And then there's an eWin chair that was sent for review. That was even before I left. So that's like super nice of them. But I guess what I'm trying to say is there's a lot of stuff going on, and you know, I understand the past week hasn't been very Star Citizen focused, but you can imagine setting up 2 PCs, playing with drones, playing with all this stuff, trying to get proficient again is in itself a thing. And like I said, hopefully all that becomes good content in the future. Thank you very much for your support. I hope to keep you entertained. Fly safe.